Good morning, this is a Hornby Duchess class locomotive or coronation class, whatever you wish to call it. 46228 Duchess of Rutland. Now this model was built between 2001 and 2004, but don't write it off. It has a 5-pole skew round motor, and what is different about it compared to modern locomotives is the tender. You see there, it just comes off a little bit further forward and it just comes off. And what I'll do now is just do a close-up of how it hooks up. It has pickups in the tender. No point in me turning it over to show you those because you won't see them, but it does have pickups in the tender and they are connected to the loco, and I will show you how. Okay, well what you have here is a couple of electrical connectors and the hook goes in there. And what you have under the tender, and I'll just show you that. As I've said, under the tender you've got a metal plate and you've got all these that have pickups on them, which obviously feed electrics to the metal plate. And where I just showed you the pickups on the tow hook on the back of the locomotives, that conducts the electricity. Obviously you can see here where I put the driver in and you just put this on over the top. You saw where it conducts. Now I don't think that's a bad system personally, because it's easy to pull the tender off if you want to look at how to do something. Anyway, let's show you how this possibly 20-year-old locomotive runs. Okay, well we're going to put this through the Insel Frog points test. I mean, a lot of people write these old locos off. It's 20 years old. And we're going through as slow as we can. It's not stopping. We're just feeding the power in gently just to see how slow we can do this. So we're going really slow and then we're just adding power to shift it along a little bit. But for a 20-year-old loco, don't write them off. If you're running analog and you're not too fussed about digital, these are good value. I think I've seen them for 75 quid on eBay. And if you can, watch this on a 4K widescreen TV because you will see for the detail yourself. Give it just a little bit more juice so it's constant and you can see. That's fine. Right, we're going to do the radius 2 curve points test, which is going to be fun with this being a large locomotive. That's radius 2, radius 2, radius 2, radius 2, radius 2, Y point. Okay, let's go. I won't be surprised if this derails being a large locomotive. We're feeding the power through. Go on, keep going. And you can see it is tight. But it's not bad. And you can see it's very, very tight, but it's not derailing, which I expected it to do. You can see how tight this is. Really, really tight. And on this older Duchess, the rear pony cart has got flanged wheels. That wasn't bad. Do you want to do it again? I believe the newer ones, correct me if I'm wrong, I've got floating rear pony carts. This hasn't. It actually is attached to the track. And you can see, give it a bit more power. It really is very, very tight. I can see why they've made a lot of the rear pony carts flangeless, because this is tight. but it's not coming off the track. Remember, this loco's 20 years old. But radius 2, radius 2, radius 2. I did it on the computer program when I designed the track. I'd never do it again, and you can see the issues. Thank you for watching. We've given this locomotive a heavy freight train to pull. We thought we might as well test it. And remember, this is a 20-year-old model. And it runs nice. Okay, we're going to put this through a points crossover. And this is quite a heavy load. No problemo. The only place it does struggle a little bit is on the top of our incline. The wheels start to spin a bit, but on flat track it's absolutely fine. And what that is the inertia of the trucks at the top bend, and you can hear the wheels slipping there. Understandable. And you should just catch it, hear the wheels slipping. That's because of the inertia of the trucks, and that's only a slight incline. It's not a massive incline, that's why I say to be careful with inclines. I did have to set the back-to-backs on this when I did it, but you can see on flat track it'll pull all these wagons at a slow speed. See for yourselves. So don't write off these 20-year-old Hornby models if you're running analogue. I think it's a fantastic model, and aesthetically it doesn't look much different to the latest Hornby offerings that they do with this model. Here we are coming up our incline. That's not too bad, is it, with all these trucks? Right, we're coming right up our licky incline. And you're going to hear it struggle at the top. Put the power on, then we release it like in real life. Release it, and it will trundle through. And this, I suggest, is a realistic load for this locomotive. That's why I say be careful with inclines. Thank you very much for watching my review of this old loco that sat downstairs in a display case for years. And you'll see here now at the top of the incline the wheels slipping. Now the way around this is to remove wagons or put weights in the body of the loco. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed this review. Thank you.